Welcome to the IBO Compensation Plan Overview. Over the next several minutes, we're going to be sharing more information on how you make money with GoodLifeUSA. There's actually two ways to grow your business. The first way is what we call retail marketing. By simply handing out the VIP card, resulting in making money when your prospects save money on travel. Or you can participate with what we call social networking by building an IBO sales team with the potential to not only generate retail income, but also generate management residual income for years to come. There's actually 6 ways to earn income, and we're going to take the time to go through some of the details of each avenue of income, but we would highly recommend that you actually get the full compensation document and learn in detail everything that you need to know to advance through the compensation system to maximize all bonuses and your earning potential. So the first avenue of income we like to call is the VIP card and retail tree. Next is the residual retail tree, quick pay tree, 2x20 team tree, and the coded infinity bonus tree, and then finally rank and rewards bonus tree. The first avenue of income starts with the opportunity through GoodLife, making it really simple and duplicable. There is no other marketing program in the industry today that provides anything easier than handing out a free gift that has a tremendous high value, a gift that's something people are going to want to use. So by getting involved with GoodLife as an IBO, an independent business owner, you could start your business off by handing out VIP cards of either $200 increments or $2,000 increments. This is an amazing gift, incentive, or reward, adding value to maybe your own existing business. Let's say you're an Uber driver. For every person that uses your service, at the end of your service, you provide them a $200 VIP travel saver card and thank them for doing business with you. Or let's say you're a realtor. You sell a home, give out a $2,000 VIP card, or a car dealership. Maybe for a test drive, provide a $200 VIP card, and for purchasing a vehicle, $2,000 VIP card. There is no limitation on how this could be used. Also want to remind you that the 2000 VIP card is an incredible tool for fundraising for nonprofits. Imagine going to a nonprofit organization, providing them as many cards as they need. They're actually selling the cards as a fundraiser at $10 a piece because we have a $10 amount on the back of the card designated to show that specific value of that card. So they're able to raise $10 per card, and then you're making the back end money on the actual savings when they actually use the card. So this is an incredible way to hand out something. Once again, you're not selling, you're sharing. So we like to ask the question, can you give away free savings on travel? There is really nothing out there in the marketplace that is more simpler. All you have to do is simply share, not sell. So let's kind of share with you how the back end of the VIP card works. Every time you issue a VIP card, not only does the individual that received the card have the ability to save up to $200 or $2,000, depending upon the card that you issued, but you have the ability to save 50% of the savings the month after the trip's been taken. And by the way, you don't have to wait until the full amount is used. You could actually be paid on a portion of the savings all the way up until the actual full allotment of savings is completely used. So hypothetically, if they used up a full $2,000, there'd be $1,000 in earning potential. So here's how it works. When you issue a VIP card, that VIP card is actually tracked to you with a unique ID number on each card. It's called a PIN number. They actually go to a website, place in that PIN number into the area that you place additional information in, and then you activate. Once it's activated, it takes the individual to a modified booking engine platform. So for those of you that are familiar with our full lifestyle subscription, you'll notice that this is not that platform. This is a modified platform, that is only offering the application of savings to hotels, cars, and activities, nothing else. In addition, you're going to find that there's not a full savings available compared to the full platform, because obviously if we were to have the full savings offered to the person with the VIP card, we wouldn't be able to pay out the customer acquisition dollars. So technically 50% of available savings is not available on this platform. So hypothetically, if there's $100 worth of savings available, there's really only $50 in savings available to the consumer of this card, with the other 50% going to the person that issued the card. So that's how that is actually paid out. So let's kind of give you an example of how this would work. Let's say you issued a VIP card and the individual booked one night resort in Orlando, Florida, and the savings was $49.63. Well, they'd be able to apply $49.63 out of the $200, leaving them the balance of about $150 for future travel. However, because they saved $49.63, you saved $24.81. Let's say that you issued a $200 card and they saved $85.69. Well, they would still have a balance of $115 left over for future travel, but you would earn $42.84. Or let's say you issued a $200 card and they saved $115.64. Once again, they'd have about $85 left over for future travel, and you would earn $57.82 the month after the trip's taken. Let's say you issued a $2,000 VIP card. They saved $1,015. They'd still have over $900 in savings available for future travel, but you would earn $507.98 the month after the trip's been taken. So as you can see, this is providing a legitimate savings, because if they didn't have the VIP card, they'd be paying what's called the internet or online or best online rate, the retail rate that everyone pays when they go to the traditional Orbitz Expedia price lines. So when it comes to making money with GoodLife, it starts with becoming an IBO, an independent business owner. So once you're an active IBO business owner and maintain your business activity, you will have the availability to start earning what we call VIP card and retail money. Meaning, once again, 50% of the savings that are generated off of each card that's issued and used. And also, let's say hypothetically, they run out of the $200 in savings. Well, the next step is, how do I get more savings? At that time, that individual now becomes a prospect to purchase the actual full lifestyle subscription. At that time, when you sell the full lifestyle subscription for $299 and $49.95 a month, that generates you a retail bonus of $100. In addition, out of the $49.95 a month, that generates you a retail income of $5 a month. And as long as that individual continues to stay on the $49.95 a month, you maintain that income. Now keep in mind, in order to earn the retail income and the residual retail income, you don't have to be qualified in the compensation system. You just have to maintain your active status as an IBO. But hypothetically, if you want to earn additional bonuses and overrides, get into higher ranks, and also develop bonuses on developing sales teams and organizations, then you need to maintain 50 PCV a month to be eligible for the rest of the avenues of income. Now, what does 50 PCV mean? 50 PCV stands for personal commissionable volume. All of the GoodLife products and services have a PCV dollar amount assigned. So 50 PCV equates to $50. So once you're qualified with 50 PCV, which is really simple, and we'll talk about that in a minute, one of the lowest qualifications in the industry, you'll be eligible for quick pay, which out of the $299 when marketing a platinum subscription, there's the ability for you to earn 4 generations below you for every platinum subscription that's sold. So on your first generation, you would earn 20, second 20, third 20, and fourth 25. Next is what's called the coded bonus tree. This is a 10 generation unilevel, plus infinity bonuses from 2 to 10% for our 5 top ranks. Then you have what's called a team tree, a 2x20 matrix. And then you have leader bonus tree, which are 5 bonus pools of 1% to 5%, once again, of overall personal commissionable volume throughout the entire company, available for the top 5 ranks at 1% each. So let's say hypothetically, and we're going to work with the number 50 PCV, but also keep in mind it's not limited to 50 PCV. Somebody may have 100 PCV, 75 PCV, 1,000 PCV. The minimum is 50 PCV, so we're just going to use the minimum. So here's how the breakdown of the PCV goes. With 100% payout, 55% of the assigned PCV goes into the coded bonus tree. So 55% of $50 is $27.50. The 40% of the 50 PCV goes to the 2x20 tree. That's another $20. And then you have 5% that goes into 1% bonus pools. That's another $250. That's a total of 100% payout of the PCV. Now, how do you get qualified? It's simple. We like to say, when getting involved in the business, you need to become a user of your own product. If you cannot become a user of your own product, you now become a salesperson instead of a share person. Selling is very difficult, but sharing is very easy. And sharing comes through passion and through your own personal experience of accessing benefits and savings of not only travel, but the things that you do daily. So even if you're not traveling in the future, by having a platinum subscription, you're going to save money each and every month if you use all the benefits that are available. So if you have the platinum subscription, that counts for 25 PCV for your own monthly purchase to maintain that $49.95. So out of the $49.95, there's 25 PCV for you. Now what you need to do is go get one retail customer, somebody that is a non-IBO, someone that's just going to be an end consumer. When they're paying their $49.95 a month, that's another 25 PCV each month. Well, guess what? 1 + 1, you're done being qualified. That equates to 50 PCV. You also generate PCV through 10% of the travel savings. Also, when an IBO subscription is sold, the first month you get 25 PCV. And then the wholesale shopping network, there's 20% PCV on whatever the ultimate purchase price is. So for example, for every $100 worth of purchase price generates 20 PCV. And by the way, our wholesale shopping network right now is only available in the US market. And we are working on developing a Canadian mall. So when we talk about the wholesale shopping network, there's some great products that you may want to consider purchasing for personal consumption to receive anywhere from 15 to 30% savings. So if you're just an IBO without the platinum subscription, you actually get access to one benefit without being a platinum subscriber. You have access to the wholesale shopping network, but only at 15% savings. So this way you could actually buy and use some of the products and apply some of that product purchase for your own PCV qualification. Now make sure you go to your dashboard by logging into your IBO back office and click on the wholesale shopping network icon. So this way you can actually see, first of all, what your percentage of savings is, but also the related code. So when you go to the wholesale shopping network, click on the icon, a little pop-up window will open, copy the code. So when you do check out in the shopping cart, you'll need to apply that code. And then once again, if you are an IBO, you'll get 15% savings. If you're a platinum subscriber, you get 30% savings. And to get to the wholesale shopping network, you just click on the link right there. One of our hot products that we've introduced recently is what we call CBD. And CBD product is called Hemp Omega Plus. This product is super unique. It not only incorporates the highest absorption level of full spectrum CBD, but also we've enhanced it with omegas 3, 6, and 9, and with a peppermint oil and honey. So there's nothing artificial, it's all natural, it's an incredible product. So you may want to learn more about CBD and all the health benefits, but once again, this is a great way to make up any PCV that you may not have achieved through a total of 50 PCV. So once again, when you go to the wholesale shopping network, make sure that you apply your code to get your savings based upon if you're an IBO or a platinum subscriber. Now here's an example, of the CBD product. So let's say that you're short from your 50 PCV. Well, if you purchase any of the products, whether you're an IBO or platinum, you'll notice the actual discounted price, and then the IBO receives 20% PCV and the platinum receives 20% of the PCV based upon what it is that you paid. Now let's say you're a platinum subscriber and you have 25 PCV because you're your own platinum subscriber. Well, you're missing 25 PCV to be fully qualified. You could actually buy the family CBD oil 2 bottles. Now just keep in mind that the retail price on the retail website at impomegaplus.com is $149. By being associated with Good Life, it starts off with a $20 discount. So with 2 bottles, you're receiving even a higher discount. When you add up the total discount for 2 bottles, it's over $65 right off the bat. But if you add in the additional $20 per bottle, the difference between the retail and the Good Life, we'll call it separate retail pricing, that's another 20, so that's over $40 for 2 bottles. So you're saving over $100 a month on 2 bottles of something that you should be using. In addition, those 2 bottles will give you 30 PCV. So if you have your own platinum subscription and you get 2 bottles of CBD, you now have 30 plus 25, that's 55 PCV, you're now qualified. This is an incredible way not only to get qualified, but also seeing the value of being a platinum subscriber, because now on something in the retail world that you would be, if you're using that product anyways, you'd be paying the full retail price. There's over $100 savings, which is a bigger value than what it costs to maintain your platinum subscription, even if you're an IBO in addition. So by saving money on these products, it encourages people to maintain their platinum subscription, because without the platinum subscription, they wouldn't be saving the money on something that they really need. So this is an incredible product. We obviously have other products like Vera Balance and skincare through Alaris, and you'll notice that there's on each product an IBO PCV and a platinum PCV. Obviously, the platinum PCV is smaller because they're getting a higher discount. Now, another way to qualify that's really simple is through what we call family and friends. When you become an IBO, you have 2 certificates in your replicating website section in the back office of your IBO platform. You have 2 certificates that provide the ability, 2 links that you could send to individuals that are non-IBOs, that you get to decide what you want to charge for the initial enrollment. So if you don't want to charge $299, you may want to charge $199, or charge $99, or charge nothing. So all they're going to be charged is $49.95. So depending upon what you want to charge, you don't want to charge the full $299 because you want to give them a deal. In addition, they're going to have to pay that first $49.95 a month to activate. So even if you want to give it away as a free gift to somebody that you know, all they have to do to get this is activate for $49.95, and now you have that extra 25 PCV a month. And as long as they're maintaining the $49.95 and you have your own 25 PCV, that's 50 PCV. Like we talked about, 1 + 1 and you're done. If you don't have your own platinum subscription, go get 2 customers. End consumers, non-IBOs, if they're maintaining their $49.95 a month, you don't have the product, but you have 2 end consumers. That's 25 PCV each for 50 PCV. Now, when it comes to our compensation system, we talked a little bit about the 2x20 and the coded bonus, which we call the unilevel. This is called the hybrid advantage. This is a unique compensation system that incorporates 2 different comp system strategies. It provides the ability for you to go deep into an organization and also for builders to go wide. So here's kind of how it works. Our objective and goal is to show you a simple system of duplication, and it starts with 2. So let's say you bring in your first 2 people that are interested in having a business and becoming an IBO. You end up becoming what's known as their sponsor. You enroll somebody that becomes your first enrollee, and your second enrollee, they go front line to you in the 2x20. Then those same two people go frontline to you on the coded or the unilevel, as you'll notice in the diagram. Now let's say you bring a third person in. Well, in the 2x20, there's only a left and a right side. So then you'd be placing that third person under the number one person. However, that third person would go frontline to you on the unilevel. And then if you brought in a fourth or fifth or so on, you'll see how that kind of is structured. So when we talk about the payout and how this works, it provides the ability, once again, for the individual to go wide and also to build deep, helping other people achieve success. Now, we've already talked about this avenue of income, but let's just illustrate it. When you sell a platinum subscription, you make $100. I want you to remind you that there's no money made in selling it or recruiting an IBO into the business. You're only sold when someone buys a product or service. So hypothetically, the objective and goal is we want you to go out there and sell 4 platinum subscriptions. Now, if you duplicate that, you're going to notice that you're going to start earning income through the power of duplication. Now, the reason that we say why sell 4, because when you sell 4, you're basically paying for your platinum subscription yourself and also for your IBO position. Because when you take a look at the cost to get involved, it's less than $400. So if you sold 4, you now made up your business. How many companies do you know that you could get involved with in starting a legitimate business that once you make 4 sales, you break even? Now, if you duplicate that system, not only do you make $100 on each personal sale of the platinum subscription, but on your first generation, you earn 20, second generation, you earn 20, third generation, you earn 20, and fourth generation, you earn 25. And when I say generation, that means generations that compress, not levels. Real important for those of you that understand compensation systems. The next avenue of income is that 2x20 team tree. Remember, we talked about get your first 2, and then your third goes under the first person. Well, you're paid once again on a generation of qualified IBOs. So once again, you're paid 40% of the generated PCV, but in this case, we're going to use 50 PCV, the minimum. So 40% of 50 PCV is 20%. This is how it breaks down. And through duplication, you could look through the numbers. So if you had 2 who got 2, who got 2, who got 2, who got 2, you could start seeing how the numbers start building up into a nice residual income. The next avenue of income is, once again, our coded and infinity bonus. There is 55% of the 50 PCV that goes into this compensation system. So once again, 55% of 50 PCV is $2,750. So if we break $2,750 down between 10 generations, on your first generation, 5% of $2,750 is $137. 10% of $2,750 is $275. So you'll notice that you're earning $275 from generation 2 to 9, and then an additional 5% on your 10th. So once again, when you take a look at the power of duplication, and this is where you want to eventually build 4, you start with 2, go to 4. 4, they get 16, they get 64, they get 264. You start building that up. On your first generation, if you have 4 IBOs that are qualified, you're making 548, not a lot of money. Second generation, you have 16. If they duplicate and they're all qualified, that's 44. And if you get to your third generation, that's 64 plus 60 plus. You're in, a nice little business start going because it's in your system. You'll notice that the bigger gets, the more money you make. We have the ability to that 2,750 over 10 generations, but we also have our 2% rank rewards bonus. So if you add up the 10 generations, that equals 90%. Now, if you take another 10%, that's 100%. But what we've done is we've taken 2% into 5 different infinity opportunities. So what happens when you hit our first rank as diamond, you get an additional 2% starting in first generation to infinity. When you become a double diamond, you get another 2%. So add 4% to 1, 4% 2 through 10, and then 4% to infinity. If you get to black diamond, that's another 2%. So now you're at 6. Crown Black Diamond, 2%, you're now at 8. Platinum Black Diamond, I'm sorry, Presidential Black Diamond, you're now at another 2. That's 10% potential infinity bonuses. Understand, there's no compensation plan that I know of that could max out to where you could earn 15% on your first generation and literally 20% on your second through 9, based upon getting to the top rank in the program. Now keep in mind, you earn those bonuses until you're blocked by another person in your downline. And keep in mind that they're not always going to be frontline to you. They may be down way in depth, but keep in mind, if you have someone in one of your organization legs, and by the way, it's based on legs, that's why it's important to develop 4. So if you have one leg, that's only a situation where you potentially could be blocked through one person in that organization. So if you build 4 legs, that allows you to earn depth through 4 legs through unlimited generations until you're blocked in each leg. So that's why it's important to ultimately go wide. But keep in mind that if you become a diamond, or actually if you produce a diamond, more than likely you're going to become a double diamond, and so on. So don't feel bad about helping people succeed. All it's going to do is help increase your opportunity to get to the higher levels of the comp plan, and then continuously building new legs. Now, something that I want to point out here is that if you take a look at the majority of companies in the marketplace, compare this compensation plan on 2 ways. Number one, what it takes to be qualified. 50 PCV, which means 1 + 1 and you're done. There's nothing more simpler. There's no front loading. You can't buy multiple lifestyle subscriptions, right? But here's the other kicker. When you take a look at the compensation plan payout on a 50 PCV, you can pretty much average that you're going to earn $3.75 between the 2 major avenues of income. So when you talk to somebody that may be in another company, ask them how big is their organization of qualified individuals and how much they're making, and then divide it and see how much they're making per person. Well, in our program, you're going to be seeing that you're going to have an earning potential of about $3.75 per qualified IBO. So if you had an organization of, let's say, 1,333 IBOs, that's about $5,000 a month. About 2,600 IBOs, it's $10,000 a month. What's your goal? And remember, those may seem like a lot of people, but it starts with 4 and then duplicating. So it's important to understand how you get to these top positions, because not only do we have our 2% infinity bonuses, but we also have what we call our 1% company-wide commissionable volume bonus. These are bonuses that are compiling each month during the entire course of the company's history. And here's a great thing to understand. The company is so new that we do not have a diamond, double diamond, black diamond, crown black diamond, or presidential black diamond. So the field is open. So if you become the first diamond, you're going to get 100% of that 1% accumulation. If you become a double diamond, you'll hit 1% of the company-wide commissionable volume. If you become black diamond, another 1%. Crown black diamond, another 1%. Presidential black diamond, another 100% of that 1% accumulation that we pay out once a year at our national conference. Now, if you end up becoming the first in any of these pools, and let's say hypothetically you become a crown black diamond, you participate in all the other pools. And then anyone else that achieves those levels are actually going to be splitting that, and also based on a proration on how many months they were actually in that actual pool. So this is an incredible pool bonus, in addition to additional prizes and gifts and rewards that'll be issued to those people that hit these particular positions in the compensation system. Now, I'm not going to go through this chart in detail. Make sure you get the actual written copy of what it takes to get to these higher ranked positions. And when we take a look at the qualification, it always starts with a minimum PCV. It also requires lineage. Lineage means personal sponsorships. So to get to the first, what we call recognized rank, not profit pool rank, you need to have 2 lineages that have $1,000 in group commissionable volume, and the most that you could use in any lineage. And lineage means personally sponsored following that unilevel, right? So we talked about going four wide. Out of that four wide, you could use all four if you want to, but in any one leg, you can only use 70% of the $1,000, about 1,000 group commissionable volume, meaning your entire organization and entire leg or lineage. It needs to be consecutive 2 months, and you've had to also earn $5,000 in accumulative income with the company from the start of the opportunity. And then you'll notice all the other ranks, but let's go to Diamond, for example. Diamond requires that you have 3 lineages, so you sponsored 3, you have 100,000 in group commissionable volume total, and with 60% max in any one leg. So if you have 100,000 group commissionable volume over 3 consecutive months, based on those 3 legs, you can use up to 60,000 in one leg, and then the rest of the 40,000 needs to come from your other legs or lineages. In addition, you would have to have accumulated $250,000 in income with the company. And also, we've kind of put an estimate of how many IBOs you would need in your organization. And when we say IBOs, that's qualified IBOs at 50 PCV. So you'll notice all the different qualifications. And once again, feel free to print out the actual document that shows how to get there in detail. So in conclusion, we want to help you understand that it's all about the simplicity of duplication. The first step is become an IBO. The next step is to become a platinum subscriber. The next step is to get your end consumer. 1 + 1, and you're qualified with 50 PCV. Next, enroll 2 IBOs that did the same thing you did. That'll start off your team 2x20 and also your unilevel with your first 2 lineages. But ultimately, you want to generate 4 personals. That provides you 4 lineages in the coded unilevel, and then duplicate. It's as simple as that. And if you stay involved in this business, do the things we show you to do, be persistent, be consistent, hang around for the next 2 years, you're going to see an incredible opportunity fall your way, developing an opportunity to earn residual income that could potentially change your life of where you're at, allowing you to potentially earn more money a month on a part-time basis with this than what you're earning full-time in your current job. So we want to once again thank you for reviewing this. And if you have any additional questions, get back to the person that shared this information with you.